Yay, I see some folks joining in, so welcome. Thank you for being here and taking the time out of your busy schedule to do a little live yoga today. Um, Props that could be handy for you are a strap or a scarf or belt and blanket, could be a bath towel, any sort of item that you can fold up to assist in some poses towards the end of class. And of course, if needed for your knees anytime. So today's class, there'll be some more shoulder opener, front body opening. I feel like that's just really useful because so much of what we do is in front of us and this part gets tight. So I want to do some things that open up. That will include just kind of giving you a prep ahead of little planning. Probably use the strap, show you how to do dancer's pose with the use of that. A wall and a chair could be useful to have nearby for that pose. As we make our way back down to the mat, bridge pose, but I'll show you how to use a blanket to kind of give some more space for your neck, because after bridge pose, I'm going to give you the option of moving up into Viparita Karani, shoulder stand, and then going into Halasana plow pose and Karna Padasana, deaf men's pose. So I want you to be, as usual, since I'm not there in the room with you, I need you to be really focused on what's best for you and never take it too far. Make sure you're bearing weight where I mention it. You should not feel things in your neck and head. In your neck for sure. Your head's going to be actually adding some weight bearing to help support your neck. So these are good strengthening exercises for your neck, but you do want to be kind and graceful, modify as needed as always. So with all those precautionary words, let's go ahead and get ready for class by bringing ourselves present. And you can do that anywhere you want to sit to find that aligned spine. Any leg position is fine. And as you start to lengthen up and create space between each of those vertebrae along your spine, just kind of imagine seeing yourself from the side and line up your ear over your shoulder and your shoulder over your hip joint. Just relax where you can. That could include the face, the shoulders, the thigh muscles. And as you start to just detach, notice less of the busyness of your list of things to do or what's around you. You're just going to let those thoughts and noises and distractions start to just drift down the river like they're leaves floating down. And bringing your awareness more to your inner state. That could be your breath. That could be sensations in and on your body. Keep deepening the breath until you feel like it's a nice, steady inhalation and exhalation. You can set an intention for today's practice if you'd like. With the heart opening, throat opening, it could be about throat chakras, kind of like expressing your authentic self and respecting others where they are. Heart chakra is joy, compassion. And to seal the intention you've set, you can bring palms together at heart center and draw the chin slightly down. As you bring your head back up to a neutral position, you can relax your hands down anywhere. And we're just going to start with a couple of shoulder rolls, lifting the shoulders up near your ears and rolling them down and back, and trying to open up the front upper chest. Some movement there. Nice. And then keeping the shoulders relaxed, we'll just take the right ear down near the right shoulder. Bring it back up to neutral and release the left ear down near the left shoulder. Still breathing. And back up. Gonna do that again, but this time with the arms. So just take the arms out in front of you, interlace the fingers and press the palms out. Round the back, spreading between the shoulder blades. Reach up on your inhale. Exhale, take the hands behind you, interlace the fingers. Straighten the elbows, lift the heart and the gaze. And now as you exhale, bring your head to neutral and bend your left elbow so that your forearm of the left arm is resting across your low back. So my hands are still clasped, they're over here by my right side. And we're gonna once more bring our right ear towards the right shoulder, and that can just add a little extra intensity to the stretch. Try to keep the shoulder pulling down and back, not letting it roll forward. As you bring your head back up to neutral, straighten the arms behind. Don't worry if you can't reach them, you can just have the hands behind you, and then exhale. You're bending the right elbows so that the right forearm behind your low back as you just release the left ear towards the left shoulder, keeping the left shoulder heavy. And bring the head back up to neutral, straighten the arms again behind you, really opening up through the upper chest. And exhale, hands back to heart center. I'm gonna just different little twist for the body. So you can just bring the legs into knees are bent, feet on the floor, anywhere in front of you. And you're gonna bring your left arm outside the right thigh, and fingertips can touch, and scoot that right hand a little farther behind you. Lengthen up, sitting up on your sit bones, and then exhale, twisting. Remember to breathe while you're holding the twist. You're holding the pose, but not your breath. And come back to center, and we'll just switch to the other side, lengthening first and twisting as you exhale. Inhale, come back to center, and we'll make our way into hands and knees, using that blanket under the knees if you need that extra padding. And you know the position now. I'm gonna keep my toes tucked under just to wake up them a little bit. And with fingers spread, we'll just go through a few cat-cows, and you can just start to kind of move this into free form. You don't have to go specifically through the back extension of the cow and the back flexion of the cat. You can circle it out. You can go side to side. Just kind of waking up some of those joints along the spine as well as the hips and shoulders. Awesome. We're going to move into a modified downward facing dog. So keep the toes tucked under or tuck them if they're not. Knees to lift briefly and focus, of course, always on the spine first. Happy to keep those knees bent, heels off the mat. Just look back and make sure that the feet are about hip width apart and the heels are not towards each other or out towards the side of the mat, but kind of keeping the feet, the legs parallel to each other. And just taking a couple of breaths here to open up through the shoulders, get some blood into our eyes, our brain. And then we're going to look between the hands and start walking the feet forward to a very modified halfway lift. So feel free to take the hands up the shins and keep those knees generously bent. And then to come safely up, arms can go out to the side as you squeeze the shoulder blades together, draw the belly in, and use all those core muscles to come all the way up to standing and bring the hands to heart center. I'm going to kind of begin with a sun salutation, but really it's not. I'm going to stop along the way for some things to open up shoulders and chest, but that will get us where we need to go. So from hands at heart center in Samastitihi, we will inhale, reach up as usual into Utthita Hastasana. Strong legs, strong torso, lengthen the tailbone. We're staying here for a moment, but feel free to open the arms a little wider as you draw the shoulders down. Maybe even take the thumbs towards the back of the room. And then as you exhale, soften the knees, hinge from the hips, and fold forward. As you relax the toes, take an inhale into that halfway lift. Exhale, place the hands down, step both feet back, lower the knees, and then safely bring yourself all the way down to the floor. Untuck the toes if you need to, adjust yourself on the mat. And instead of letting those heels be lazy, we're gonna lift the outer ankles so they're in line with the inner ankles, tops of the feet pressing. Cobra pose is kind of making our way up a little farther with each one, using our breath to help. So hands can stay under the shoulders for the most part here. But first step, draw the shoulders away from the floor. So mine are tipping down. I'm gonna draw them back and then inhale, lifting up just a little ways. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, maybe I go a tiny bit higher, but elbows are in, mostly using back muscles, a little bit of hands that time, coming down. Next inhale, maybe a little bit higher. Elbows drawn in, shoulders are back. And if you want to look back over to one side and then the other, come back to center and release safely down. This time to hands and knees first, and then puppy dog. So knees under hips, walking the hands forward, either shoulder width or even wider. And this first one, just see where your chin wants to go towards the floor as you exhale. Inhale, draw away from the floor. And exhale, maybe go a little bit farther. We're just really using our breath to help us deepen the pose. Kind of dynamic stretching here through the shoulders. Let's do one more. Inhale, lift away. And exhale, release down. Inhale, lift away. And come back to hands and knees. Move it a little bit more through the shoulders. We'll take an inhale, lift your right hand up towards the sky. Your gaze could follow slightly if you'd like. Exhale, take it under the body. Palm will be up, shoulder and ear on the floor. Stay here, or you can walk that left arm forward for a stretch there. Get more into the left shoulder, take the left hand to the sky, and then turn the palm back and wrap it around your back. Maybe it finds the front of your thigh, the right thigh, and you can kind of roll that shoulder back. Still breathing. As you inhale, if it was back there, you can reach that left arm back up, and then everyone exhale, place the left hand on the mat and come up. You reach up with the right arm again and exhale to the mat. Don't worry if your breathing doesn't follow my pattern. You can, as long as you're breathing, that's awesome. Okay, staying with this same side for just a moment on that shoulder. Take your left leg back, lift it up to the sky. Bend the knee and try to bring the heel in, lengthening your low back. So kind of trying to find a stretch along the front of the thigh. For more core work and balance, you could bring the right arm out in front. And for a deeper leg stretch, thigh stretch on the left side, you could take your right hand back, find the top of your left thigh, and start to press foot against hand, lifting the thigh a little higher, gazing at the mat. So any of those stages are fine. And then release if you're holding, and everybody back to hands and knees. And then we'll do the same thing other side. So on an inhale, reach your, we already did right hand, reach your left hand up to the sky. And as you exhale, take it behind the right wrist. So your shoulder, arm on the mat, ear on the mat. Right hand stays there or walks forward. Another option is to reach it up and wrap it around to find the front of your left thigh. If you do that, try to open up the right side of your upper chest and shoulder a little bit more. Your arms wrapped around, reach up on an inhale, and then everyone can exhale, press through the right hand, bring the left arm up, and back to the mat. So now extend the right leg back, lift it to the sky. You could stay right there for a little balance work, or bend the knee and try to get some stretch through the front of your right thigh. Add some core and balance, reaching the left arm forward, or intensify the right quad stretch by reaching back, finding the top of that foot, and lifting towards the sky. And release. Come back to hands and knees. Tuck the toes under, moving into your downward facing dog. Again, feel free to modify it with the knees bent or pedal it out, or hold it statically. Hold it. Take a couple of breaths here. Relax shoulders. Press through index fingers and thumb. Look between the hands and begin walking the feet forward. Coming into the halfway lift. Exhale, folding in at your center. Inhale, come safely all the way up to standing. And exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Let's exhale, take the hands behind, interlace the way that you normally don't, and straighten the arms behind you. As you exhale, bend your left elbow and place the forearm at your low back. Drop the right ear towards the right shoulder. Head to neutral, straighten the arms behind. Exhale, bend the right elbow and release the left ear towards the left shoulder. Head to neutral, arms behind. If you want a little extra balance, you can take the feet a little wider. We're going to hinge forward from here. We'll take an extra breath to really get that nice stretch through the shoulders. Might be a couple of few breaths. As you inhale, release the hands to the floor or your shins coming into your halfway lift. And exhale, take the feet back. And once more, we'll lower all the way down. What's nice about working from the floor instead of just upward dog is we kind of activate those muscles of the upper back and mid back more. So we'll inhale into cobra, this time not using the hands at all, and you can check that by drawing them away. Make sure shoulders are also pulling back and down. Exhale, chin briefly touches. Inhale, come up to that place first, but then for a little stretch of the up front body, you can use the hands to go a little bit higher. Keep pressing through the length of your legs and feet. Exhale, come down. Inhale again, always draw the shoulders away and use all of the back muscles first to see how high you can get. And then you can add the hands for a little bit higher. Maybe holding this one. And exhale, come down. Pressing into hands and knees, and then moving into puppy dog. Toes can be tucked under or not. Same thing here. We'll inhale, drawing the chin away from the floor. Exhale, sinking down, and just do that on your own 2 or 3 more times. Bring the hands back underneath the shoulders, and we'll go through the opening of the shoulders here as well. Again, so inhale, lift the left arm up. I'm going this side first. Exhale, take it behind the right. You know your arm options here. Place the right hand back underneath your shoulder on the floor as you press back up, left hand to the sky. And exhale, bring that hand down. Reach the right foot back, lift it off the mat. Bend the knee, trying to bring your heel towards your glute. Option of extending the left arm forward or reaching around, finding the foot and opening up. Gradually making your way back to hands and knees. And then repeating on the other side. So lift the right hand up and take it across the mat, palm to the sky, left hand wherever you want it. And left hand finds its way back to the mat to help you come back up. Right hand high, exhale to the mat. Left foot reaches back, bring it parallel to the earth. Bend the knee, heel towards glute. If you want to, right arm up or reach back, find the foot. Get a deeper stretch through the quad and the right shoulder. And release back to hands and knees. Come into downward facing dog. Look between the hands, bring the feet forward to Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, release into your forward fold. Inhale, come safely all the way up to standing. And exhale, hands to heart center. Okay, we're gonna move towards dancer's pose, and you don't have to have a strap, but I'll show you how to incorporate that if you'd like. It can be useful to have a wall either in front of you or beside you. And I'll stay at this angle so you can see a little better what we're doing. So first step, we're gonna balance on our left foot first. To start to ground fully through all four corners of your left foot as you relax the toes and soften the right knee, lift that heel. Make sure you're not locked and pressing into the back of your knee joint, but it is straight. Just you're letting your muscles do the work. If you have a strap, you can just place it in your left hand with your hand at your waist. And when you're ready, you can bend that right heel up towards your glute and see if you can find it with your hand. If not, that's certainly a place you can go ahead and use your strap, and feel free to use a wall. And you can pull it in that way. The key though is see how my leg's in front here? You want to draw it back in line with the left leg and then really lengthen the low back so you don't have an arch here. You want length. That's going to bring the stretch where you want it. And then if you find out, you know what, my hand can reach, that's an option. So we'll just do this the first time. Make sure also that your right thigh is close to your left. It's not flailing out to the side. Okay, we'll go ahead and release that foot to your mat. Start to shift your energy and attention into the right foot. Fixing your eyes on something in front of you. And you can have the strap kind of ready or your scarf, whatever you have. And try bending that knee. If you can reach the foot, fine. If not, use a wall to help you get the strap where you want it. And then go ahead and line the thigh up, lengthen the low back, and start bringing the foot in. If you decide you want to use the hand instead, you can do that. So knees not in front, it's in line. It's also next to the right thigh. Oops, shouldn't be moving too fast while I'm in a balanced pose. Low back lengthening. And breathe. And release the foot down. So next variation, we're going to go a little deeper into the dance pose, but you can certainly stay with what you just did. All right. I haven't done this in a while myself, so this could be interesting for me, but that's okay. All right, so we're going to go back and shift our energy and attention into the left foot. That's going to be our balancing leg. And you can fix your gaze on something in front of you. And if you'd like to use the strap, which I'm definitely going to use because I like how this is going to open up my shoulders as well. I'm going to have more length. See how I have a lot of, my hands way up here. I've got a lot of length initially. And as I start to bend that right knee, I'm going to transfer my arm more overhead. You could stay here and start reaching this way until you get to a point where you want to balance. Or you can have the left arm join in. You can continue to walk your hands up, trying to keep your elbows in, your biceps by your ears, and then move a little deeper into it. So lots of options here. Try to not let that knee splay out to the right side in whatever expression you're doing. And then you can slowly start to release out of it. And take a moment in mountain pose. So that variation with both arms is just getting some more stretch into my shoulders, lats. All right. As you're ready, start shifting your attention and energy into the right foot and decide which expression you'd like to do. And again, if you want to use the wall to find that place or chair nearby. And then you can start with just the one strap, pulling it in. If you want to go a little deeper, take the arm around so the biceps by your ear. And you can pull it here. I don't have a lot of room to lean forward, but you could go farther forward here. Or have the right arm join so you can walk the hands a little more easily down toward the foot and do the same. And then slowly make your way out of it as gracefully as today will allow. Awesome. And you can just put your strap off to the side. We're going to make our way toward the floor. So on an inhale, reach up on with both arms. Slight arch back if you'd like it. And exhale safely forward. Inhale to your halfway lift. Exhale, step both feet back and hold it. This time we're just going to modified upward facing dog from here. So knees could be down or not, but toes are tucked under. Draw the shoulders back and bring chest up and forward. And then we'll just lower the knees if they're not already. And exhale back. Take just a moment. Sitting on your heels for a nice big toe stretch. So stretching those toe flexors by going into toe extension. If you wear flip-flops a lot or even just regular shoes, there's often a lot of flexion action going on. So this is really nice to move them in the opposite direction. And then you can just shift your hips around or shift the feet around and come to a seated position. Have a blanket nearby. It's just nice to set it up now. And if you're going to use this for your bridge pose, shoulder stand, and plow pose, you want it so that it's folded, that the width of it or the length of it is at least as wide as your own shoulders. And the thickness, mine's, I guess that's about 2 inches, 1.5 inches. I want to show you now where it's going to go, even though it's going to be a minute before we get there. When you use it, it'll be such that when you lay down, the tops of your shoulders are at the edge of your blanket. So your head will be on the floor, but you'll see a lot, you'll fill a lot of space there. So we're not going there yet, just have it nearby so you can reach it. We'll do a couple of things seated, and first we're just going to round our back forward. So you can just wrap the arms around your lower legs and drop your head forward. Just kind of press into your low back. We did some of those back extension moves, so we're now going to stretch those muscles that were activated. A couple of breaths here. Sit up tall. Marichyasana A. I'm not sure we've done this semester in a live class, but we'll work on it together. So you're going to bring your left heel in super close to your glutes if it allows, and the right leg is straight ahead. You'll want that right or that left foot very close to your right side. Try to be up tall on your sit bones. Notice how I was slumping. Now I'm sitting up tall. Your left arm's going to reach up to the sky and come to the inside of your left leg. Rotate now so the thumb is down to the mat, and start wrapping that arm around, bending the elbow, and maybe it just hangs out there next to your hip. You can always keep that right hand on the mat for stability as you kind of fold forward, or it can reach around and you can find that connection of the hands. Even using a strap is fine here. I'm going to use my left hand to hold around with my first finger and thumb around the right wrist, and then try to square your body over that straight right leg with the toes to the sky. And if your body allows, you can fold forward a bit. We're getting all sorts of things going on here. We are. Nice stretch to the shoulders. A big range of motion activity through the left knee, ankle, and hip. And you may feel a stretch along the back of your right leg, especially the more you bring the top of the foot towards you. Try to bring that right shoulder down towards the earth so it's in line with the left. Keeping as much as possible the sit bones grounded. As you inhale, come back up, release the hands, but take that right hand or left hand behind you, and we'll bring the right elbow outside the side. You can walk the heel away just a little bit for more comfort. As you level out the shoulders, straighten out the wrist. Inhale to lengthen. Pay attention to that right leg as you exhale and twist. Just doing a little counter posing and transitional poses before we head to the floor. We'll inhale back to center and release. So do those same two on the other side. So straighten out the left, bring the right heel in. Sit up tall, and if your knee doesn't want to bend that far, it's okay. Just keep it here. You can still do the pose without as much knee bend. I'm just showing you a traditional method. Knees and toes to the sky. Left hand here for grounding and stability as you reach up with the right arm. Exhale, reach as far as you can forward first. You'll see how my fingers are past my toes. And then thumb turns down, arm wraps around. So it's almost like my armpit for when and if you're able is at the shins. That's the full expression. That hand comes behind. You can stay here with the left hand down to fold forward, or reach around and use your strap or make the actual connection. Square the shoulders. Lengthen for an inhale and exhale, fold over that straight left leg. Varichasana A, or 1. Make sure you're breathing, relaxing through your jaw, your face, your eyes. On an inhale, come back up, release the hands, and that right hand can come behind you, close to your body, as the left arm, as you move the heel away a bit, comes to the outside of the right thigh. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale back to the front and release. Take both legs out, bounce them a bit. And now we're going to head down toward the floor. Because I don't want you turning your head while you do this, I'm going to just kind of super speed show you what we're doing. We'll come down to our back. Again, blanket if you're using it, top of the shoulders, a lot of space between for your neck. Head is pressing down, arms by your side. First, we'll go into bridge pose with options, and then we'll come down. You can always just do several bridge poses, or next would be not Karnapadasana, Viparita Karani. So you want to use your abs, you'll lift up. Notice that it's leg and abs, not hands doing the work. And then we'll make our way optionally into plow. You could rest toes on a block or the floor. Move into Karnapadasana, and then slowly come out of it. Okay, that's what we're doing. Anything that works for you. All right, so I'll do it with the blanket today just so you see how that works and fill the space for your neck. It's nice if you do have neck issues. Walk the heels in, hip width apart, palms to the sky. Maybe go ahead and bring the shoulder blades a little closer to each other underneath you. And as you press through the back of your head, start drawing the belly down first, and then lift the hips up, mid-back up. Tops of the shoulders, back of the shoulders are still on your blanket if you're using it. An option of interlacing the fingers underneath, even drawing the shoulder blades even closer, creating more back extension. But again, you're always keeping the chin away from the chest. Imagine you're squeezing a kind of a small beach ball between your thighs, so the knees are staying in line with hips. Weight under a base of the big toe and the inner heel. Inhale and exhale, lengthening the low back. And relaxing the face. Some of you may enjoy bending the elbows and placing the heels of your hand. I like we use a block under the sacrum. Great for heart opening, throat opening, and all of the beautiful energy of communication. Expressing your authentic self. If you have your hands there, release them. Hands out to the side and slowly lower yourself back down to the mat. Take a moment. Feel free to continue with bridge pose if you'd like to move into Viparita Karani, which, by the way, you could also just take your legs up a wall or hold them up high like this. But if you feel comfortable with it, arms are going to firmly press into the back. That's going to allow you to use momentum and abs to lift the legs up. Place the hands so pinkies are kind of touching. Hands are at an angle, just there for touching purposes. I'm not weighted on my hands. So the energy of the legs is up. You're at an angle. You could take this into shoulder stand by walking the hands higher up the back And taking the legs straight up to the sky, whichever feels right for you today. Keep the legs close together, back of the head pressing into the mat, so you're not putting weight on your neck. Full breath. You can stay where you are or hinging at the hips with straight legs slowly, using your core muscles to control the rate of movement. Do not force the feet to the floor. A big stretch on the back, so be careful. Maybe you just hover them, maybe resting on a block. If they do make it to the floor easily, then tuck the toes under. Option of interlacing the fingers like you do in bridge pose with the elbows straight and the arms and pinky side of your wrist pressing into the mat. To move into Karna Padasana, you can bend the knees and use the knees to squeeze the ears. And we'll slowly make our way back through those poses, first straightening the legs to Halasana plow pose. And then lifting the legs back up. Hands can slide to the side of the hips. And again, you're using your core muscles to help slowly, we're not dropping to the floor, we're slowly rolling down. You can bend the knees if you need to. So once you're on your back and your legs towards the sky, keep them glued together and draw a few circles on the ceiling or on the clouds. Great for massaging the low back, the SI joints. Nice, and then bend the knees and hug the knees in. You could roll a little bit to one side to move your blanket out of the way. And then completely on the mat, little rock side to side. Maybe a little happy baby. And a final spinal twist. Any variation you like. Taking legs to one side, head to the other for a few breaths. Pressing both shoulder blades into your mat. Inhale, head and knees to center. And exhale to the other side. Inhale, head and knees to center. One final squeeze as you exhale, forehead to knees. And then release the feet down. Perfect place to move into a Shavasana, so you could mute me and really take that time to assimilate all that you've done. If, however, you need to take your Shavasana later, and I hope you will, you can roll over safely to one side. Press back up to a seated position. You find your aligned spine, close your eyes. Just another body scan, acknowledging the state, your mind, your breath, your body. If you'd like to, you can bring your hands together at heart center. Give a little self-love for taking this time out. And I'm very thankful for your time as well. I know it's valuable. And as you open your eyes, I wish you a fantastic rest of your day. Thanks for being here.